the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
All right, race fans, welcome. We're live here at the Monster Mile, Dover Downs. That's right, Dover, Delaware here. Dover International Speedway. Miles the Monster. He probably is going to try to see if he can't chew up some cars here tonight. You know, Miles, he loves, man, loves a lot of cars, but it should be a good race here for the Vannoy Construction Motorsports99.com Cup Series. Well, as always, Joe White up here in the booth, accompanied by the legendary man himself, Tim McBriar. Tim, how you doing?
Doing all right, Joe. How are you tonight?
I'm doing pretty good here. I'll tell you what, we got a mile track. They call it the Monster Mile. And this place here tonight definitely is going to be a monster.
Yeah, well, if they behave, you won't mess with them.
Yeah, they won't have to get Miles out of the stands there and get down here and get mean with a lot of the drivers tonight. Well, I'll tell you what, right now, Nick Hunt, you know, he got a win here in the Cup Series. And he is sitting on pole. Now, this is another unique thing here. But coming out of week 13, we have got the new package here tonight. When I say that, for the new people out there that might be joining in and watching, means that they got the new 2019 Aero package here. And the 2019 Aero package is what the actual NASCAR drivers have. So we're probably going to see a different style tonight. Now, obviously, it's going to be typical Dover. This place is just going to try, eat up cars, and you're going to have to still drive the track because coming off the turns, hey, this thing is going to get, a little bit tight, a little bit loose. Still try to bang up against that wall here tonight.
They sure will, Joe. I tell you what, but I'm anxious to see how they're going to run together.
Well, let's get this thing going here tonight. Ought to be a very, very good run here. As you've got good showing tonight. Hey, Tommy Amassi didn't take or Gary May didn't take a qualifying time. That's all right. We're probably going to see a few newer style. I don't want to say newcomers, but newer drivers up front and whatnot early on, and then I think it's going to pan off later on in the race. But hey, let's grid these bad boys up here tonight at Dover and get set here to go racing. As on pole, Nick Hunt puts it out front there. Hunter McDaniel's going to start it up in second. Third place starter Richie Evans. Tommy Haynes going to sit in fourth. Fifth place man Bryce Senesac. Ed Morris right there is going to hit sixth. Seventh place starter there Davey Hendricks. Mike Franklin up to eighth. Ninth place man, we call him Mr. Extreme, Mike Romanger. Then we got Michael Mueller. Let's rate that time, round out the top 10s, look to the rest of the field. Well, hey, it's just going to be a tough one. They call it the Monster Mile, and it definitely is a monster.
It sure is, Joe. We fixing to find out. They gridding up right now. We fixing to find out in a few minutes.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting one here as we're getting set to grid these boys up to go racing around this awesome mile track. Vannoy Construction, ExtremeMotorsports99.com. Want to give a shout out to Premier Private Car Service. I've always said it, if you want to take a date night out, ride on the town, significant other, your wife, girlfriend, neighbor, dog, cat, that gerbil over there running on that wheel, that he should be quiet right now because we're going racing. Check them out. Premier Car Service.
A good company there, Joe.
Yeah, and they're giving the prize money too, so that's they're giving the prize money out here too. So that'd be
Yes,
kind of cool.
sir. They're coming off pit road, ain't they?
Light's still on the pace car. It ain't come off yet. It's working on it. Here it comes.
Huh? Anxious.
Yeah. Get this thing started here tonight.
Yeah, I believe it's gonna be. Speeding on pit road, I bet you.
Well, no. I mean, he would have had to have asked for an EOL in order to go back to the back. So our pole sitter's going to start in the back for some reason.
I don't know what happened there.
Change. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, hey, pole sitter's going to start in the back for some reason. Don't know. Maybe we'll get word in with what happened on there. But hey, either way, starting the back, and I mean, I don't know if I'd want to start in the back in a place like this, because even though we got the new package, gonna be some interesting racing here. It's still going to be kind of dicey back there. You still got to drive these cars. But here we go. Let's get set to go green flag here tonight. Dover pace cars in. Hunter McDaniel says, well, I'll take that top spot, and he does. Green flag flies. The hammer's down. We're racing.
I heard that.
Well, Hunter wasting no time getting out front either, too.
No, he didn't. But I tell you, he's hammering.
Here's the thing, too, that you got to think about, Tim. With this new package, now you see everybody's going to get single file, because even though Dover's still not a multi-groove track, this place is still going to be almost a single file style track, and that's just Dover for you. The problem being is, hold on just a second, make sure that's right.
Crockett acting a little different.
Oh, that's fine. My bad. Hang on a second, Joe. There we go. That should be a lot better. Over here wondering why my timing screen up here is down. But they got a good battle right here. Actually, between the number 9...
17. That's 09 and 17, Joe.
Yep. Mike Franklin right there. And the 9 machine there, Mike Rollmanger. They're battling.
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now. Mike Roman's already picked up a couple of places. I don't know what could happen to Nick, because there wasn't nothing he could do before the race started.
No, probably took an EOL there to get the backside.
A long way to the front, ain't it?
Oh, absolutely.
It's a good race so far.
Everybody kind of holding single file right now.
Yeah, there ain't nothing happening right yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna be kind of blinded out here a little bit. For some reason, ATVL is not pulling up my data.
Uh-oh.
Let me know where drivers are.
That ain't good.
Tell you what, folks.
Tell you what, the 09 catching up with Hunter there, Joe. He's getting closer.
Yeah, go ahead and call what you're seeing out there, G.
All right. Yeah, Bryce Sinisak and Tommy Haynes is running together there, and they're catching up with that top runner up there with Hunter McDaniel. I think a couple of laps they'll be there. Look a little further back. Back here, Ed Morris is right there. Mike Romander and Mike Franklin, they're running together there. The 38 of Davey Hendricks is running with them. Pretty good run back here in the middle, about 6th on to 10th. Steve Dukes is back here in 10th place there, Joe. He ain't been having no good luck here lately. John T. Wimlish in 11th. Oh. Back up front, they're catching Hunter McDaniel now. They're going in a turn there. And they're 1, 2, 3. Him and Bryce Sinisak and Tommy Haynes there. They gonna be up there with him in shortly. They got a lap down car right there, the 42 of David Elliott. It's unusual for David to get down like that. They got by David, now they're hammering down to one another. See if they can tame old Miles here tonight. Boy, Tommy Haynes is right on Bryce Sinisak's back lid, buddy. Hello, everybody in the chat. I ain't got time to look over. I'll be calling this race, but I say hi. Now, Hunter McDaniel is caught. Bryce Sinisak and Tommy Haynes has caught him, Joe.
Well, good deal there. Well, appreciate the patience there. All right, I got my timing screen up here. Now I'm able to tell us what's going on the track here. You're right, Hunter McDaniel. Ooh, Tommy Haynes got a little bit wiggly coming out of the turn. And what we were talking about at the beginning here, Tim, is real quick, is right before I was looking at everything, was the one thing about a lot of these cars tonight, they're going to be able to stay up. They're going to be able to draft, is what I've heard from a lot of, I get, kind of get some inside information from some of the pro drivers and whatnot. They talk about this car, the draft sucks up a lot better. And plus, aero push. You can feel that a lot more in these cars now.
Yeah, they got a good package on them there, Joe. I've heard NASCAR talk about it.
And here's the thing, you're probably going to see a lot of guys, man, who normally love the old style Cup car. It's going to take them several races to get used to this new style package and just how this car is affected and how that air, man, goes around it and whatnot, because you're going to get a little tighter. And, obviously with the tight. Now, after a while, obviously we're 20, looks like we'll be about 20 laps into this run. With that run, eventually the tires, you're not going to be able to flat foot it. You're going to have to let out the throttle or you're going to get tight where you're going to push up into the wall. We actually see a couple guys out there where we got some right side damage, which is going to be kind of normal.
I'll tell you what, Bryce Senesack. And Tommy Haynes fell back a little bit.
So far, so good right now. For Hunter McDaniel is still leading in here tonight. The Vannoy Construction Extreme Motorsports 99.com Cup Series. Like he's got a yeah, he got on the side. I think that was that a Princess or something before, wasn't it?
I believe it is. I can't see that close, but look like
anime.
something on
That's
it.
right, the anime chick on the side of it.
Okay.
He's all happy and she's happy on the side, but looks a little scared on the hood.
You're gonna be scared when my Bryce Senesack gets beside her too.
Bryce Senesack right there, man, has been riding behind Hunter McDaniel for a while, trying to close in. You can see it a lot more closer, guys. I don't really think you're going to see, now obviously if we get some green flag stops, yes, that's going to split the field up. That's going to get these guys spread out a little bit on the track. But earlier on, obviously, with new tires, and if there's caution or anything like that, everybody's going to get bunched up and stay bunched up for a while. That's just the new package here with the Cup car.
It is there, Joe, and it's doing a pretty good job there. We 23 laps in, or 25 laps in, and it's showing still good handling.
Yeah, well, and it will. A lot, that's just the new package. I've heard it throughout the whole entire iRacing community. A lot of drivers have talked about. The one thing that they said was you can hold it wide open. You can flat-foot it through the whole entire thing. Yes and no. I think what they're missing, though, here, Tim, is the whole point of this package. True, you can. I mean, even with a truck, you can hold it wide open, but after a while, that truck's going to get, pushing like a dump truck, or it's going to get loose out of the turns. Same way here. I feel like guys who are good on long runs that can save some tires. Now, with that said, you still got to be able to, at a track like this, where we look at the lap times and look at how close these guys are. With that said, the problem with saving tires, there's going to be a fine line between being aggressive, because you got to keep pace with the guys. You can't lose too much time to the guys in front of you. If you do, you'll never make that time back up by the time you make a pit stop. Then it's just going to be a ongoing cycle all race long.
Yeah, it is, Joe, and Davey Hendricks has already caught up with Bryce Senesack there just about. He done come around Tommy Haynes for third place, and he's moving on up to the front.
I think like I said, you're going to see guys who are really, really, they love the loose style car, maybe out there a little bit, wanted to try to drive this car. You can actually drive a little more aggressive. And that's what I'm saying. You're just going to see a different set of guys. Davey Hendricks right there, obviously in third place, Tommy Haynes. But you're seeing guys, and most notably, I mean, one of the guys who, well, I tell you what, he's dominated in the Cup Series this season. That's John T. Wimbish. Marred back in traffic, and that car's just pushing like everything. As we see one car way off the pace down there, that looks like, oh, that's Steve Dukes, man, unfortunately, on his end. Yeah, he just pushed up the track, got into the wall, and then just couldn't hold that thing and spun around, and just he's going to retire into the pits. But what I'm saying is, a guy like, John T. Wimbish, which we know is fast. I mean, he comes out here week in and week out, and he just throws down. Right now, he's struggling.
Yeah, Joe, he's back there in 10th place there. He's bogged down back there.
And there's just not a lot he can do. I think track position, I think some of these guys, two tires is going to work out very well. I saw it the other night. Two tires worked out very well for these Cup cars. Different track and whatnot, but two tires really worked out. I think that's what we're going to have to see. These guys in the back here, still just kind of uncertain why Nick Hunt would have dropped to the back. I mean, obviously, would have done an EOL. I know one time they didn't do the EOLs. We're not sure. I mean, I just don't understand why he would have wanted to start in the back, knowing that it's going to be an uphill battle to get to the front. I mean, he did awesome to put it on pole.
Yeah, he did. Look here, we got Davey Hendricks taking over second place, Joe, over Bryce Senesack.
I got a feeling Davey Hendricks right now is loving the way this car's feeling. He has got right now, he's motoring that thing around here. Let's just get a little bit of race info here up Dover Downs International Speedway. It's a mile track, 92 degrees, so it is kind of warm out there right now. Now, obviously, everybody says, well, it's warm, Joe, it's going to be slick. Usually it's the opposite way is what I've learned in racing. Usually when it's hot on the track, the cars kind of get tight. And with this thing the way it is with the aero, and when you get up in it behind somebody, we'll just have to see what Davey can do. Is he saving those tires enough to run down Hunter McDaniel in the front?
I believe that's what he did to get around Tommy Haynes and Bryce Senesac. I believe that's what he did there.
Well, right now he's found something because he's the quickest machine on the field, and he has definitely been bulldozing his way through the front. He ran a 23.867 to a 23.903 there of Hunter McDaniel, so he will catch him as the race goes on here, so we'll just have to see. He's up in the second place right now, Bryce Senesac. You know, right now I just don't see tonight I say this in the most, professional way possible. You're not going to see probably one guy tonight just dominate here. You will see somebody come, and with that said, I don't think you're going to see anybody come through the field. It's just this new aero package on the Cup car pretty much just won't allow it now. I mean, I say it that way. I'm not saying that a car won't make up, 4 or 5 positions, but, we're used to seeing guys sometimes come from, 10th all the way to the front or something like that, or a car just dominating. This new package, I think, has leveled the playing field just a little bit.
It has, Joe. I'm looking at Davey Hendricks right now. He's doing, 22.106?
23.924. Here's the thing. Last lap he was faster than Hunter McDaniel. This lap Hunter's faster than him. So you see the evenness right there. They're just, one lap one way, one lap the other. Now he could be experiencing some of that aero push that we're talking about. Another good battlement on the track here. Mike Romanger, he's right there behind Richie Evans. Now they're teammates, but hey, it don't matter to them. Them two boys out there says we're going to have fun and we're going to go out here and race each other.
Well, last week it didn't matter to them, did it?
Nah, they got down there, man, they're beating and banging, racing. You're going to see a little bit more of that, I feel, as the race goes on. I think you're going to feel a lot of guys. But right now, in getting past this track, I feel like the more racing we do, the more these guys get familiar with what this car can and can't do. It's new to a lot of guys. Obviously, it's only been out for a week now. You're just seeing a lot of the guys out there who were very comfortable with how the Cup car ran before, was very dominant before, kind of struggling right now. Nothing against what they are. It's just, hey, this package here, that's just the way it's built.
And John Sterling's catching up with Mike Romander, too, just about it.
John Sterling, yeah, he's trying to bring that number 3 machine. He's up in the 9th place right now. And like I say, John T. Wimmish finally made it around Mike Franklin, but I'm looking at his lap times, and see, here's another thing. I love looking at lap times. I love, just kind of looking through the field. Hunter McDaniel ran a 23.7. And back David Elliott in 15th spot ran a 23.9. That's 0.2 difference, Tim. Now, obviously, the gap on the track doesn't represent the difference on speed-wise. Now, let me explain a little bit what I mean by that, because everybody's like, well, Joe, wait a minute. There's 18 seconds between Gary May and the leader. Absolutely. Even though Hunter McDaniel is running, 7.75s or 8.9s, to Gary May's, 24.2, he's running about 0.4 faster, 0.3 faster. Over the course of the 44 laps we've run, that accumulates. So that's where that 18 and 9 second gap comes in. But time-wise, they're pretty even on the track. You like that explanation, Tim?
John Sterling just passed Mike Romanger, Joe.
Yeah, he's on his inside right now. He's going to dig and try. Now, right now, one of the fastest guys would actually be, well, I say he's one of the fastest, but actually he's right there. If you look at his times, actually Hunter McDaniel's still laying down some pretty fast time. Now, Davey Hendricks behind him. And I guess that's just going to be the talk of what we're talking about pretty much through this race is the times and what these guys are doing and what this car, man, is handling wise. Because, you know, I mean, there's not a 30, 40 cars out here, so they're going to get spread out. So we got to look at what driver out here can conquer this package. Let's say it that way. Which driver out here can get out here, dig the best, bring that thing to the front, and definitely, man, you know, make a case to try to get up front. But you see Bryce Senesac went around Davey Hendricks.
I heard that. And we got John Hendricks just went around.
John Hendricks. Who's John Hendricks?
John Sterling.
That a new John out here? We need another one.
I would look at Davey Hendricks.
Yeah, well, John Sterling is right now probably one of the ones who is moving up. I think he's going to level off. Like I said, you're going to see guys maybe take about 4 or 5 positions, but coming through exactly to the front of the field, I'm seeing his lap times, and his lap times are mirroring what the leader is. So I'm going to say he probably can get up to about the 5th, 4th place spot. He's going to level off once he starts to get to that point.
Yeah, he is, but he got Ricky Evans right behind him. Richie Evans,
yep. Well, up front, battle for the lead. Looks like for the moment. Well, no, actually, excuse me. Hunter McDaniel's coming in on pit road. My bad.
Bryce Senesac took over the lead.
Yeah, and Hunter McDaniel was coming on. Whoa, wait a minute. Oh. Go back here and watch this again because Hunter McDaniel was coming in on pit road and then locked it up on pit road, and man, he just lost a lot of time.
Comes your leader right there, Bryce Senesac. He's coming in with 27.
Yeah. Well, that's good for Hunter, man, because Hunter just lost a ton of time on pit road by doing that slide.
He locked it up, did he?
He locked it up coming in. Got to be careful. Everybody's on pit road, so that answers our question as far as how long they can go. I was about 50, 51 laps. Now, obviously, they probably could go a little bit further. You know, maybe a few more here and there. We'll just have to see. A couple guys are going to try to, extend it out. I'm going to say 55. They might could even go 60. We might see a guy try that.
I think about 55 is going to be the limit because these guys are coming in early. A little early, as we know.
Yeah. Well, I hope after tonight, a lot of the guys, man, from the Xfinity Series and a lot of the people who raced last week see that the Cup car is a lot different handling. And we knew that. We talked about it for weeks upon weeks. It's been kind of the best unkept secret around racing. But I hope a lot of the guys from the Xfinity and now aren't really scared of the car. Maybe come up here and test the waters with the Cup car and grow this thing, man. Make it huge and make it good out here. We're kind of spread out a little bit now, as Mike Franklin's the only one who is coming into pit road. He's out front in this one. Tommy Haynes there in second. John T. Wimbledon in the third. David Elliott fourth. Hunter McDaniel goes around him, but yeah, like Mike Franklin's going to be the one trying to stretch it.
Yeah, he's got 54 laps. He just come in.
Now, the one thing that this is going to do, this is going to spread the field out. And that's just typical green flag pit stops. It's going to spread the field out, make these guys, man, just get out here and drive and drive and drive. You're pretty much at this point now trying to drive the track.
That's right. This track especially.
Absolutely. Definitely want to appreciate everybody tuning in. We're at Dover here for the Vannoy Construction Cup Series. Live tonight. A good one so far.
Oh, it's been a great one. Number 10 just got passed. Gary May, he ought to come on in. He's getting passed. He's been in. Man. Bryce Senesac just blowed him out of the water. He's probably waiting on his partner.
Who's that?
Gary May.
Gary May. Where Brent Cool at tonight? He ain't out there.
I don't know.
Brent Cool, he said, man, I'm cooling it. Ed Morris out there. He's riding with his partner out there, Michael Mueller.
That's right.
I hope I said that right. I always call him Mueller.
Mueller.
Yeah, I'm all over
Mueller.
the place with it. Yeah, I'm all over the place with it.
Yeah. Hunter McDaniel took over the lead again.
He's been the man on point tonight. Maybe tonight will be his night. He breaks through. Several weeks ago, he had an awesome race, but just came up inches short to Bryce Whitson there, and that was a good one. Heartbreaker on his end, man. But maybe tonight. I mean, he's had close calls, but maybe tonight is his night to break through the barrier and get that first win.
I'm with you, Joe. I believe it's his night.
Well, we got a long way to go. Not a short time to get there. We still got a long time to get there.
Well, that's true too.
Yep. So we got a lot of racing left, and he's still got to be patient. Got to be careful because hey, we are at the Monster Mile. Miles, he likes to get out here and step on cars every once in a while.
Miles will snatch you from up into the wall.
That's right. He'll get out there, man, put his big foot in front of one, or step on a hood. Next thing you know,
big old red eyes. Oh, give you the heebie-jeebies.
I'm still. Here's a good word for everybody. Bum-fuzzled. How's that?
But his eyes.
I'm just kind of I don't know. I'm kind of interested in why Nick Hunt took the EOL to go to the back. He was on pole, which was a good showing for him. He had a fast car. I mean, especially with the way this package is going to work. I mean, obviously he's going to be marred back in traffic. Now he's 3 laps down, so I don't know. Looks like he had a bad pit stop. Maybe got caught speeding on pit road or something like that. Now he's really in trouble here tonight. It's just, I don't know. And actually, look at this. John Sterling. Now, he don't have a hood. I don't know what happened to him. No caution came out or anything, but he's 8 laps down. He must have crashed on pit road, Tim.
I'm telling you, Joe, I seen him lose their whole cotton picking front end on them a while ago.
Yeah, John Sterling, who was up front, man, coming through the field earlier, remember, and now he's in a world of hurt back in 15th spot. So, wow, what a turn of events on his end there. I hate that very fast car. And like I say, our pole sitter tonight, Nick Hunt, not opting to start on the pole, went straight to the back and has just not been able to get out. He dug it and he ain't been able to get out of it yet. And that's just. I got a feeling, though, here. That's just something I don't think you want to do with these cars now. Not with this aero package.
I'll tell you what. You see John Sterling's car there, Joe. I seen it when they was out there practicing. They were knocking hoods and fenders off the car.
That's Dover for you.
Yeah.
Tommy Haynes. What's that?
That's that new package you got.
Well, it's just one of these places. Another one right here, John T. Wimber's kind of struggling tonight. Most of the time, man, I'd say he's out there dominating and, putting it on the competition out here. And the competition's wondering, well, what do we got to do to catch him? And tonight, though, maybe he's just one of them trying to be like, I need to fill out and try to figure out how to get this car going. I mean, it's not that he's that far off the pace. He's actually fast, and he ran a 22.592 to the leaders 22.9, but he is 13 seconds off, and, man, that's a big, hefty gap to make up.
Well, maybe he's laying back there, Joe, just kind of laid back like a Mike Romanger would do.
Bad news,
something
Tim.
like that.
Bad news. And I hate to say it. Hunter McDaniel has blinked out of the server and it's a lap down. Man, I'm going to tell you what. You want to talk about heartbreak? Yeah, I just got to speak of it. I mean, that kid has had fast cars and fast, souped up machines out here week in and week out. And just something always comes up that bites him. And tonight, unfortunately, getting disconnected. He's 2 laps down. Wow. Dominating car here. Could have been the night to put in victory lane. Hopes up in the air. I mean, it's done.
I hate that. I was counting on him doing something.
Yeah, me too. Maybe I need to quit counting, man, because I jinxed him.
I don't know about that.
No fault to you.
Oh, what? It's Nightbot.
Yeah, we always blame it on Nightbot. Well, it could open up. You're right. Could open up the door for this man and the 09 machine and the 09 design. That's Bryce Senesac out front and leading. He's got a 1.8 second over Davey Hendricks, who could have a good one run here. Michael R. Mueller, he's right there in third. Now, we know that cat's fast, but we'll just have to see if he can do anything. A lot of these guys who were fast in the past here, and I'm not still saying they're not fast, don't get me wrong. I think everything is evened out now. I mean, this new package here tonight is definitely just shown that, hey, you can get out here and drive the Cup car. So, I challenge everybody, man, Extreme in the Xfinity Series. I'm driving the Cup car. It should be a blast. Tim, you want to get out there and drive the Cup car?
Not right now.
Okay, that'd be a bad idea.
I tell you what. Oh man, I am so heartbroken for.
Yeah, me too.
Hunter.
Yeah, man, I tell you what, it just seems like, man, it's one thing after another and just one mishap after another. He's been so close. He's had dominating cars throughout the season. Just one mishap right there, and unfortunately he's out of it tonight. I know, man, disappointment setting in, but hey, I tell you what, where there's one disappointment, there's what's that song? There's always
2 more.
Sunshine before it rains.
Ain't
like
no sunshine before she's gone.
Yeah, before she gone. Like, I'm always off on the songs, but I tell you what, I'm around about the right area. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, look, I can make my whole new album out. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I tell you, dadgummit. Folks, I am upset.
Well, it happens. Here's the thing, Tim. We're on a virtual world. There's some things that we can't control. Obviously, internet, Mother Nature, computer problems, or anything like that. It's not like we're in the real world where a lot of things, man, we do have control of. There's just some things that we don't have control of, and that's one of them. Things do happen, and you can have a dominating car, but hey, blink out, get disconnected, you can have a tree fall through your house, or maybe that dog run over through there, man, and start chewing on your cord and unplug you.
Well, it could happen to me and you too, Joe.
I've had it happen. Hey, I've had it happen to Brock. I learned a caution.
Laps. Caution. Wow.
Caution.
78 laps.
Not quite sure what we're looking at here.
I didn't see nobody move.
Oh, 44. 44.
Competition? Oh, no. 44.
Eric Driggins. Let's go.
Yeah.
And basically, Eric Driggins is going to come out of the turn by himself right here. And he's going to slide up into the wall, and the next thing you know, boom, just tears the inside wall up. Ouch.
Ooh, well, they're probably in getting that.
Yeah, he's probably going to be one and done on that one. He's driving a Camaro anyways.
Watch it. Oh.
What am I watching?
Moving.
I was watching him hit the wall.
He's still moving.
Did him hit the wall?
Yeah.
Gary May should get the lucky dog, but I don't know. Nick Hunt's right in front of him, so Nick Hunt might get that lucky dog, but everybody's going to pit road right now. 4 tires and fuel.
Yeah, I'm going to take a pit stop too. I'll be right back.
You ain't driving. Tim thinks he's out there driving. I tell you what, talking about he's taking a pit stop. I hope everybody's enjoying the race so far. It's been a good one here tonight. Hey, it's all right. I tell you what, unfortunately, Hunter McDaniel, Steve Dukes out of the race here early on. Just a product of Dover. Disaster striking on their end. Then some new guys up front. Bryce Senesac up here to the front side. Tommy Haynes, Ed Morris up there. Some of the known guys, though, man, it really have dominated so far this season. Kind of struggling with the package early on. Now, we're still early, folks. We got a lot of racing to go, and obviously got a little bit of the season left. So definitely these guys, man, can figure this thing out. Davey Hendricks, though, is going to be the man coming out here and going to take us. He's going to be in the lead because Bryce Senesac, his pit crew, fell asleep at a 15-second stop. Wow. Tim says he's taking a pit stop, and that's it. Yeah. Good run so far here tonight between all these guys. Ought to be a good one here tonight. Live. All right. Tim, you back from your pit stop?
I'm back.
All right. Too much Kool-Aid, huh?
Yeah, and coffee both.
Man, that's a combination right there. Whew. I don't know how your old self handles it.
Well, you get my age to see if you can.
Obviously, it's going right through you.
It's a good thing. A lot of people at my age can't go to the bathroom.
Or they go too much.
Not enough.
That's true. That's true. Look at Davey Hendricks. Going to be the man going to lead them to the green flag here. He got out front. Bryce Senesac's pit crew looks like they kind of fell asleep on pit road.
They still got him in there?
Who, Bryce Senesac? No,
They got him out.
He got him out, but it's just a slow pit stop, that's all. And he lost the lead coming out. Yeah. They were eating ice cream when they was changing tires.
That's probably what it was. You can't come in right yet. We eating ice cream.
That's right. What? What you talking about?
Boy, he didn't like it, did he?
No, he came in anyway, barreling down the road. All right, Davey Hendricks going to lead us to the start. Bryce Senesac right there, along with him. Ed Morris is the man in charge. Michael Mueller is going to be in fourth. Richie Evans up to fifth. We're getting set here to see if we can't tame Miles the Monster here. Somebody put him to sleep. He's already put a couple cars to sleep here tonight. We're getting set to go back green flag racing here. Vannoy Construction, ExtremeMotorsports99.com. Cup Series here live. Monster Mile, pace cars in turn 3. Lights off, going to duck off on pit road and let these boys go back to work. It's going to be a wild one on the start here. That's where the excitement really happens with this package, is on the start. Pace cars in. Here we go. And that's, Davey says, y'all going to have at it back there. He long gone on that start.
Man, he got a heck of a start, didn't he?
Well, he said, I don't want to have anything to do with what y'all about to do back there and get mixed up and have a run. And John T. Wimmish, he had a pretty good pit stop himself. He's up to fourth. Michael Mueller right there in third. Bryce Senesac rolls into the second place spot. Everybody's kind of single file. Ed Morris pulls off into sixth place right there along with Richie Evans. That's the thing about this track, is everybody's going to get single file very quickly.
Oh, yeah, they have to, because it's a single file track.
Yeah, it's not really one of those double files type deals. Kind of tough to pass here.
It is. You have to set them up.
Oh, yeah. Mike Romanger right there in ninth place. We'll see what happens on his end. So, David Elliott back here in 11th. He's having a good run. Along with Gary May.
David Elliott's down laps, ain't he?
Yeah, he's the first one down, too. Yep.
Yeah, 2 laps, yeah.
Yep. But that's all right. He's doing good.
Yeah, he laid back there to start with. I don't know what happened. Oh, he just hit a wall, too. Here come Nick Hunt, too. He's going to take that over. All it takes, folks, is to touch that wall here, and it's over. That guy behind you's coming. And we
Wait,
just seen it
what's
just
that?
then. David Elliott tapped that wall, hit Nick Hunt, took advantage of it.
Yeah, there you go. It's got to. Passes him right there. Davey Hendricks still out front leading it. Bryce Senesac in second, trying to see if we can't run him down. The battle's on back here, though. Michael Mueller trying to hold off John T. Wimbush. Tommy Haynes here. Maybe they were back there saving tires early in the first run, and now they're going to figure they're going to try to flat-foot it. Boy, look at that. John T's on the back bumper of Michael.
John T just gave him a little bump.
Yeah, just rubbed him a little bit.
Yeah.
That's all he did.
He got his partner behind him too, Joe.
Hey, teammate. Trying to gang up on that apocalyptic motorsports machine in front of him. Let's ride along here with John, see what kind of modulations he's doing around the track. Well, he's close, man. I'm gonna tell you, that's the problem. You hold that inside, you diamond off into the turn. That leaves that inside lane open for the moment. Problem is, John's getting that run. He could almost get that front quarter right there, and maybe just get a little bit of bump.
Yeah, he's right there on his dick lid, but he's having an effect on his car.
What's that word you always use?
I can't. Oh, donkey.
Yeah.
Tony Donkey.
I get a kick out of it when you say that one. Yeah. He's right there on it.
I tell you what, though, they have a good race right here. Ed Morris is coming up behind them right here too.
He's gonna join the party.
Yeah, he's gonna get up there, duke it out with them.
In the meantime, we had a pass for the lead. Bryce Senesac ran down Davey Hendricks and passed him. So good run for old Bryce tonight.
Boy, he sure did, didn't he? I got a feeling that the 27 of Michael Mueller is wearing his tires out right now.
Well, a lot of these guys up there, but see, here's the thing, Tim. You can't really sit back a lot of this, and this is what they're learning, I think, is I don't know on a track like this if it's beneficial to sit back. You got to run this thing pretty hard early on to keep pace with these guys, and whatnot. Right now, you can see John running it into the turn right there, staying off the back of Michael, which here's the thing, too. Hey, Michael's got all the world, but here he goes into the inside. Now they'll go side by side, and I think it's going to be a matter of time he'll get him here. No, yeah. Wow, power move by Michael, man. He drove that thing out the turn.
Boy, he did, didn't he?
Woo, that was a good job, man, but a good battle going on here. This is what we've been looking for, man, here with these cup machines. Get some good battling, tight style racing. That's what they wanted in the real world. Well, that's what we got here on that virtual world here of iRacing, which I always say is the closest thing to real without spending millions of dollars without going out there and getting killed and doing it.
Yeah, you don't spend millions, you spend hundreds.
Where you been? They spend millions.
I'm talking about here.
Oh. They some dudes just spend thousands, though, man. I don't. But
yeah, I'm not.
I'm with you, Tim.
I probably got 1,000 in my equipment.
Yeah. Well, I know I do, but there's some. You can spend sky's the limit. Like I say, you spend a couple hundred, you spend a couple thousand, whatever, blah blah blah. But you're not going to spend what it is getting a real car. But you can see Michael Mueller right there held off John T. Wimbush and held him off for right now. John's got to figure out a way to get around him. He was being aggressive right there. And see, that's the thing about this car. Now you can be a little more aggressive than what you were before.
And it shows too, Joe. I mean, we're watching these two right here, and it's showing up.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You can almost be like what the trucks are. Trucks, are a little bit more aggressive. Now, I like the Cup car. I was able to take it for a spin around, and I kind of feel like it's kind of cool feeling car. See Tommy Haynes go pushed up. Another thing about it is a lot of guys say the aero push, you can feel it. You can feel the front end getting, pushed. And that's why we're seeing the guys coming off the turns hitting that wall.
That's right. You get right up on their donkey or their dick lid there, you'll feel the air off of it too.
Yeah, absolutely. They push the car towards the wall a little bit the closer you get. That's the aero push there. Car almost becomes like a brick wall. We got a
Oh,
car.
we got a car spinning somewhere. Where did that smoke come from?
Good question.
I seen a bunch of smoke.
If we see
I was watching Michael Mueller and John T go at it, and I seen smoke.
Oh, die. Went back on the replay here. We'll see if we catch it.
Yeah.
Didn't bring a caution out, so it must have been off the track.
Boy, he was putting some smoke out, I know that.
Sure. Okay. Well, up front, still got Davey Hendricks right there in second. Michael Mueller sitting in third. John T. Wimmis to fourth. Tommy Haynes back. Falling back to fifth place spot. Ed Morris. Now here's another thing, Tim. Early on, sure, you can run these cars very hard, just like Ken trucks. But later on in the run, and we're starting to see it now, you see these guys falling off the pace. Well, that's just because the tires will get used up eventually.
Oh, yeah. They'll even out in some point of the race, and then they'll wear out.
There you go. Yeah.
But I tell you, you need to get them laps in while they're not wore out.
There you go. Well, I'll tell you what, Jason Allison got up with him today and was working on the new overlay package and stuff, man. Going to be interesting to see as Michael Mueller's run down old Davey Hendricks. Davey's in trouble right now, but got a sneak peek at what it looked like. It looked pretty cool there, Tim.
Yeah, Davey Hendricks just got passed like a jet went around him.
Yeah, I think, man, the tires, he got a little bit tight, come out the turn there and got a little wiggly. That allowed Michael there to make that pass as we're running up on a few lap down cars and some lap traffic. They're going to have to go through it right now. Davey's obviously been able to hold off John T at the moment. He's been able to hold off Tommy Haynes for the moment.
Yeah, we got David Elliott right there in front of Michael Mueller.
Interesting to hear from some of these guys on what their opinion or what they feel like they feel in these cars, because what I'm seeing right now is guys that felt very well in in the old package. Right now, just kind of, they're struggling a little bit to kind of feel what they need to feel in this package.
Here come Michael Mueller. He's right behind Nick Hunt now.
Yeah, you got a battle back here with Davey Hendricks and John T.
Ooh, here come Michael Mueller around Nick Hunt. No problem.
Yeah, last lap down car. We watching the battle for third and fourth.
That's what I was looking at.
No, you were looking at Michael Mueller and Nick Hunt.
He's on second.
But Davey Hendricks and John T, third and fourth. Nick Hunt, he lapped down. Wrong battle. Look behind him.
He's more than that now.
Well, yeah, unfortunately, you got caught up earlier on. He's 3 laps down, unfortunately. But here's a lap of cars, and John T says, I'm going to split them 3 wide. That lap car was like, man, I just know where I can go.
Hot dog, what a pass.
Now we're going to see what Davey Hendricks does here. He's going to go on the inside of old Nick Hunt. Take that spot away. Now, Tommy Haynes benefited from that.
And so is John T.
Yeah, John T's going to go in, but I tell you what, right up there, it got a little sketchy there for the moment. I mean, the one lap car just didn't have nowhere to go. I mean, he was up high there for the moment, and he was like, guys, y'all just come up on me like I was sitting still. Nothing I could do.
Yeah, both of them right there felt that. I guarantee you they did.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, Bryce Senesac has moved away. He's got a 1.6 second lead over the field right now over Michael Mueller. So we're watching this battle back here with Davey Hendricks, Tommy Haynes, John T. Wimbish. Some of the best battling on the track right now.
Some great battling going on right here with John T. and them.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen. Who's going to take that third place spot for lap 112 here, 190. I want to appreciate everybody tuning in. It's been a good race so far, through and through here. Tommy Haynes trying to work over old Davey.
Boy, he's right there on him, ain't he?
Well, I'll tell you, Davey having a very good run here tonight. And you see him, boy, they're going to door to door. pinches him down just a little bit. Yeah, pinches him down, and that does not let Tommy Haynes get the momentum he needs coming off the turn.
No, they're beating and banging on one of there for seconds.
I love it, man. I want to see more of it out there. I want to see these guys race, man. Get up there, man. Put the pressure on each other. That's what it's all about, man. Hard battling and hard racing. I know some of the drivers don't like it. And, they think, man, it's bad, but it's exciting for us to see up here.
It is, Joe. I mean, rubbing's racing. That wasn't really rubbing there. That was beating and banging.
Hey, well, they still rubbing a little bit. Trading paint.
They're trading paint.
They were side by side. That's what I'm saying. There's a difference between running a guy over in the turn and getting side by side, man, door to door with each other. I like that, man. Just some good, hard, clean racing and guys out there, man, battling for position. Got Davey Hendricks up to third. Tommy Haynes pulls it back to fourth right now. John T. Wimmis pulls back into fifth. Ed Morse to sixth. Right there in the mix, too.
Yes, he is.
Well, Bryce Senesac right now, that 09 machine, has just pretty much said, see you later, I'm long gone.
Lord, yeah.
In a new zip code. Well, he tonight, he's figured out what he needed to know. And he's putting it to good use here tonight. So maybe the competition out here is going to have to go down there and Bryce, I need to see your notebook.
That's right. Minute and 8 seconds.
Yeah, well, yeah. He's out there, ain't he?
Boy.
Good. Mike Romanger back here in ninth, along with his teammate there, Richie Evans, in eighth. Mike Franklin's up in the seventh. Ed Morse there in sixth. Gary May, he's the one here. And then, obviously, the first car in 11th place spot. David Elliott along with Nick Hunt, John Sterling, Eric Driggins. Unfortunately, 2 cars out of the race. Hunter McDaniel, Steve Dukes out of this one here tonight.
Elliott's first 1 and 2 down, right?
David Elliott is. He's 3 laps down, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's out there, but he was in 11th,
Well, let's see. Gary May, he's still on the same lap.
Yep, Gary May's last one on the same lap, top 10 here.
Yeah.
Well, so far, so good. Guys are kind of not really all the way spread out except for Bryce Senesac. He's the one up there, man. But Michael is actually running down Bryce ever so slightly. Now, one lap, one's faster. The other lap, the other's faster. So it's kind of a back-and-forth duel.
You ain't catching nobody when you're doing that. Number 10's coming in, Gary May.
Well, we're in 41, lap 41.
Yeah, he said he had enough. He coming in.
Yeah, he said that car's done for him. Hey, come and give me 4 tires, guys.
Yeah, because it wasn't handling good.
The one thing I am seeing is normally you can get a good run on the inside with the cars like they are tonight. It just looks like the guy, they're just not getting that run. They're not being able to get up alongside, maintain alongside. It's just typical Dover race here. Everybody's going to be pretty much single file. Right now, Bryce Senesac, though, well, he kind of got a heads up. Earlier this week, did a broadcast on Monday in the Cup cars, and he was able to he actually did pretty good in that race. So he's able to get maybe kind of what I'm looking for, a head start on the competition out here tonight on what this car is going to feel like.
Yeah.
In traffic.
That's right. That's what I was waiting on, the traffic.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. There's been a lot of them, man, been able to test the car, see what it feels, but getting a heads up on what it's going to feel like in traffic and race conditions and et cetera. So he's kind of gotten a little heads up on that. But Michael Mueller is running him down. He was 1.6 seconds at one time. Michael Mueller now is 0.6. He is coming, and it's like a bullet, man, in that apocalyptic machine.
He's in the same picture frame, boy. He's getting right on him.
Yeah, he's getting on that thing. I tell you, Michael, man, he's got that Ford Entertainment group right there, man. Man does a lot of PC stuff and whatnot through that company. Well, it looks like he's got that machine overclocked tonight.
Yeah, like my computer gets overclocked.
That's right. He overclocked, man, his virtual cup machine. He got it on turbo boost.
He's sure catching him.
Looking good, I'm gonna tell you what. He definitely is putting it down. He's 0.3 seconds back behind Bryce, and he's about a tenth and a half faster.
Got Nick Hunt coming up behind him.
And Nick's took a pit stop, so you can tell the difference between new tires, old tires.
Nick gonna put them down.
Yeah, he's gonna be able to go around them guys pretty easily with those newer tires.
Here he comes. See you later, alligator.
Well, Michael Mueller right there used that for the advantage to close in on the back end of Bryce Sinisak. Now we're going to see, since he's caught him, can he pass him? Yeah, that's going to be the other thing.
Here he comes.
Never mind. Here you go. I said, can he catch him? He can catch him and pass him, but there you go, man. He just, whew. Bryce Sinisak's probably going, what in the world, that just went by me?
Both of them got 49 laps on their tires, too.
Bryce sitting back there going, somebody just went by me. I don't know what it was, but all I felt was a bunch of wind. Shoo.
A streak of orange or whatever it is.
That's it. Boom, gone. See ya. Michael Mueller, man out front. Davey Hendricks hanging on the third. Now, John T has made it around his teammate there for the fourth place spot. Tommy Haynes, who was back in fifth. Ed Morse hanging on to that spot. Mike Franklin, he's back in the seventh. Richie Evans, 8th. Mike Romanger, 9th. And Gary May rounds top 10.
I'll tell you what, we got a race going on, too.
Yeah, it's at Dover.
All right, Smarty.
You said we got a race going on. I'm like, yeah, it's at Dover.
I said, yeah, we got a good race going on.
It has been, and it's just typical right now. These guys are going to get spread out here. I know. Probably people are thinking, well, what happened to the package, man? It's supposed to be everybody bunched up. No, it only works for about 10 to 15 laps. I think everybody was missing, like I say, missing the whole point. I mean, it's exciting on restarts and starts and stuff like that. I'm not saying the race ain't exciting. Let me go ahead and say that because, somebody's going to say, well, Joe, you're not saying, it's what's boring. No. What I'm saying is they're spread out. They're getting long green flag runs. That contributes to it. As you see Michael Mueller, I think he's coming in pit. Yep, pitting.
Bryce Sinisak didn't pit.
Yep. So basically what I'm saying is they're going to get spread out. The more green flag stops that they do, the longer they run on the tires, it's pretty much going to be the same thing that the trucks are. I mean, if you see how the trucks are, you can get out there flat foot and run around here. You can do that. But then after a while, tires go away. Now, I will go ahead and say something. I will say this. Yes, this car is easier to drive. I've heard that from some of the best. Which was, I guess, kind of the purpose, to make the car a little bit, feel better. Which, hey, even the real guys out there, well, they're yelling and complaining and whining about, our car's too easy to drive. I don't know. I mean, that's pretty much what they're doing. So there you go. Ed Morris on pit road. He got Ed's race paints on the hood.
I heard that.
Him and Ed. Mr. Ed. Hello.
Mr.
Ed. You like Mr. Ed?
Call Peter.
Yeah. Peter, get out here and get you. Yeah. Now, the one thing you can notice, the one thing that's visibly noticed on the cars, there's a few changes on the aero package, is that big spoiler they got on the back. That thing is big.
It is, ain't it?
It gives them more downforce. Obviously, it's going to make the car planted more. Another thing, the inside is less horsepower in these cars than what they were before. And except for short tracks and road courses, they go back to the 800 horsepower, I think. Other than that, I think it's less. Now, from my knowledge and what I got earlier from some of the guys that were talking, some of the guys wish that they had more power so that they could throttle it more in the turns. Now they feel like that they have to let the car kind of glide and coast in the turns and be more, kind of, they're playing with the throttle a little bit less. Instead of, using the throttle to control the car, they're kind of using the arrow to control the car. That makes sense?
Well, some of it might not.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the guys that, I've heard, they were just talking about, with less power, obviously, the car's going to be more planted. And with the less power of a car, I mean, we use the trucks, for example, because they're obviously way less power than what the Cup cars would have been. But with less power, obviously, you're going to have a better handling machine, especially with a great aero package. More power means could be more wheel spin. You're going to have to be more finessed on the throttle going through the turns, and I think that's what they're getting at is with the less power, it took away that advantage of them using the throttle and brake to kind of pull the car through the turns. Now they got to rely more on the car gliding and more of getting off and on the throttle at the right time. Hope I explained that better.
You're doing a good job, Joe.
Oh, appreciate it. We'll be here until the end of the race, folks, all night. And, if you want to get up with us, call Tim.
Ha!
He's got Kool-Aid, too, by the way.
Davey's trying to run away with it, Joe.
He's trying to. Got a 1.7 second lead over Bryce Senesac. Now, Bryce a little bit faster. He's got about 3 laps newer tires than him. He might run him down here before it's over with.
That's what I was going to say a while ago. These guys that's got newer tires have to run these guys down like Davey Hendricks right here. But passing him is another thing.
True.
It look like Nick Hunt's can go another lap down, Joe.
Well, I tell you, it's a bad night for Nick. Started off bad for him. Going to kind of end bad. Eric Driggins finally going to put that car on pit road. Going to leave us with 13 machines out here running right now. John Sterling, who just had a bad mishap earlier on. Unfortunately, Hunter McDaniel blinking out, losing connection. Back in 15, Steve Dukes hitting the wall earlier on. Eric Driggins hitting the wall. So, man, some mishaps for a couple drivers.
Oh, it is. And here comes Bryce Senesac.
He's running him down. Like a shark in the water, ain't he?
He is. He's a lot faster than he is.
Yeah, key up the jaws.
Got them fresh tires.
Yeah, he's got about 2 laps newer. That's going to help him out a little bit for right now. After a while, they will kind of balance out. But right now, early in the run, this early, especially 10 and 12 laps in, yeah, he's going to feel the benefit of them. I still like the jaws. Bryce is going to be like, look, Dave, you about to be shark meat in a minute. Well, I tell you what a good battle going on up front here, Tim. Fasten your seatbelt. Let's go high and wide. Let's pull out the Blimpy cam. You like Blimpy?
Blimpster, oh yeah.
Everybody like Blimpy, man. I tell you what's one of them happy words. Gives you a good perspective of the facility, just how far apart these guys are. Shows this awesome battle about to happen for the lead. And it's Blimpy. It should be a happy word if you're depressed, got anxiety and all. Run around the house yelling Blimpy. I'm not sure that it's going to... Yeah.
I'm depressed. Blimpy, Blimpy, Blimpy.
It almost sounds like the Hefty commercial. Hey, it works. There we go. Either way, you're either going to be happy afterwards, or you're just going to say, "Man, I need more medication." I don't know what happened, but I tell you what, folks, it's the Blimpy cam. I always got to throw out the challenge there to you. So look. Tell you what, everybody's got a superstore, everybody's got a grocery store, everybody's got a gas station. I don't know. You can be sitting there pouring your gas into your car, maybe pouring it on the ground. Start yelling blimpy while you're doing it. Maybe it'll distract away from the fact that you are pouring gas on the ground or on yourself or whatever. And there you go. Somebody's going to call 911. I don't know. I could just see a 911 call now. What's your emergency? I'm seeing somebody out here blimpy. What do you do in that situation? I mean, what do you do?
I don't know. There's a blimpy out here putting gas in his car.
Yeah, there's a blimpy out here putting gas in his car. I just don't. I can see it happening now. But that's the challenge for the week here. Osrnetwork, online simracingnetwork.com. Your home for fun and exciting sim racing. Bryce Senesac made it back around. That man right there, Davey Hendricks.
He sure did, didn't he?
And I always say too, Tim, I tell you what, if the racing on the track, man, doesn't get your blood pumping, your hair jumping up and down on your skin, getting you running around the house, maybe yelling, man, at the neighbor to be quiet or something, or the lawnmower man out there who's wanting to do night mowing right now to hush because you're watching a race. If it don't get, man, you going, guy your age might even give a heart attack too. Don't want that to happen, but I'm just saying. But if it does, call your doctor tomorrow. Definitely, man. Get an appointment set up. Get some medicine, man. Tell them you need some racing medication, man, because we're racing here at Dover.
The hair-raising experience, Joe.
That's right. There you go. Tim's going to ride in on his donkey.
My donkey.
Woo! I can see that now. Donkey. What you gonna name him, Tim?
No, I'm gonna name him Joe.
Oh.
And reach up there and smack him every once in a while.
Kick you in the head. Then you can say, you blimpy. Oh, Bryce Senesac leading it. Davey Hendricks there in second. Michael Mueller up in the third. John T. Wimmis the fourth. Tommy Haynes in the fifth. Ed Morris the sixth. Mike Franklin the seventh. Richie Evans the eighth. Gary May the ninth. And the first man a lap down, unfortunately 2 laps down, it's going to be Mike Romanger not having the night he wants. Now here's the thing too, Tim. Some guys here tonight who love the Cup car, because a lot of people, man, don't like it. You know, unfortunately, I liked it. But a lot of guys who loved it probably going to come out of here with this new package and go, I don't like it. Well, do you not like it because...
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, do you not like it because they changed it, or do you not like it because you're just not dominant anymore? I mean, or you just not being able to figure it out. Let's say it that way. I mean, what is the cause of you not liking it? Because it's doing what it needs to do. It's making the fields level. Right now it's making pretty good exciting racing. As you see, John T's back working over Michael Mueller again.
And I tell you what.
Is he going to be able to get around him this time?
I don't know. He's coming.
Well, they're closing in on Davey Hendricks also.
Yes, they are.
So
He's even got Nick Hunt behind him there, too.
Yeah, they're going to get around one of them here. I feel like, Michael's moving in on Davey. John's moving in on Michael. Davey, he's just kind of moving.
He's going to have to move out of the way there in a minute.
I tell them, look, y'all going to have to come around me.
He
I ain't moving.
They got two laps newer tires on.
You know what I say, Tim? Either go around me or bump
up.
me. Well, right. That too. Be quiet. Or bump me. And if you bump me, better hope I'm out of the race because...
Payback's rough.
I'm coming back. It's a 3-car battle right here, and this is actually for second, third, and fourth. Bryce Senesac's loving it because he's checking out.
Here come Michael up under him and John T.
And Davey Hendricks, I think, saw that they were faster, and he pretty much just let them go. I mean, that was just, didn't really put up much of a fight there. Now, that brings the question up. Are they going to have to do another pit stop here? Let's look calculate.
I can say that.
Let's do a little calculation here. A little less than 30 to go. They're out there for 28 laps. That'll put
68 laps.
60, yeah, they gonna have to pit again.
Yes, they are.
So if this thing goes green, yeah. So maybe that's Davey Hendrick's game plan. He knows he's gonna have to pit out to see, and he's hoping that maybe old John T and Michael get up there and tangle. You know, because Michael's not, you know, Michael Mueller's just not going to, you know, roll over here. He's going to try to defend the best he can for that second place spot.
Oh, yeah, and John T ain't going to be that easy coming in there neither.
Right now, you're looking at Bryce Senesac. Looking at his lap times, he's a tick slower than the guys behind him, but he does have a 2-second lead over them. Not that much off the pace.
Heard that.
They're still doing good.
I'm sure that spotter's keeping up with his timing.
Yeah, he's probably got that. He's probably got the relative looking and seeing what those two back there are doing. Now he would love for those two to get back there and start battling a little bit. As well, hey, down to the closing laps here at Dover.
Well, they fixing to start. Here comes Nick Hunt. Nick Hunt come up under him.
Under who?
The 38 of David Hendrick.
Oh, well, yeah, but he's lapped down.
I know, but he came up under him.
I'm watching the second place race. I'm not watching lap down cars. There ain't no offense against them, but man,
Well,
like you're focusing on the lap down machine.
Oh, look at here. Number 8 won't give in, will he?
He gave it to him.
Mike Romander, he just ain't in a good place, Joe.
Yeah, he's just trying to figure out what this car can and can't do here. Along with a lot of the other guys, they're just trying to figure out what this car will do. It's new to them out here, you know, and hey, I'm going to say it. Guys are struggling. Guys that we're not used to see are struggling out here. And I think that's what the new Cup package has brought. Versatility. There's a good word to use. Versatility. There, I'll pull that one out of the Joe the Thoris. What do you think?
Yeah.
we got to sound smart every once in a while, Tim.
Oh,
that was a good time to do the I mean, come on now. Oh man,
Bryce Senesac. Oh man, you got one more pit stop to make, Joe.
Yeah, I got a feeling that they're going to have to make one more pit stop. They're 36 laps in. There's 20 to go. Well, that puts 56 laps. I mean, I guess they could go 56 laps. I mean, they could.
You take a car running in about 5th place, go in and get new tires.
They went 51. Yeah, but they went 51, 52. Yeah, but see, here's the thing. You're going to give up a lap doing that, and you're going to give up massive track position. Now, John T's going to try to drive it on the inside of Michael. He does. Actually, excuse me, my bad. I got that confused. It actually was Nick Hunt. I'm looking at the same thing you were. Same kind of car, different number. It's new tires versus. You know, that's a good example right there. You're talking about the new tires, and the new tires that's held up. Problem is, if you come into the pits now, you're going to give up so much on the track, I feel.
If that leader don't pit, you don't pit.
Oh, absolutely. And so you don't know what's going to happen. I mean, Bryce Senesac's been out there for 38 laps. We're getting down here to the closing laps. Another couple laps, going to be 15 to go. And if you do the math, that's at 40. That's 55 laps. So, yeah.
Nick Hunt would be in good shape right now if he's on lead lap, wouldn't he?
I mean, he's on new tires, that's why.
Yeah.
I mean, new tires make you look like you're awesome.
Superman.
Yeah. Ooh.
Grr, get out of my way, Bryce.
Need one of these laps back here. Makes that way around him right there and gets one of them back. Bryce Senesac right there is good. Let's go back here in second place, man, is Michael Mueller. He's been able to pull away from old John T. Wimbish there a little bit in third, Davey Hendricks in fourth. I think everybody's kind of settling in right now, spread out. This thing goes green the rest of the way, so we've got 15 to go here, Tim. Usually run what you brung. Business is picking up. Remember two things, though. Last lap puts an end to it. Usually with 5 or less to go at iRacing, the caution comes out, that puts an end to it.
Yep, it sure does. It happens on 6, it won't.
No, it won't. Now, we got fooled the other night. We thought the thing went over with.
That's right.
That was really close. That was close, though.
That was close, boy.
Yeah, that was close. I just think right now everybody, the tires, they gotta protect those tires, and that's why they're kind of getting strung out. Now Ed Morris right here, he's running up on Tommy Haynes to look to see if he can just pass Mike Franklin for the 6th place spot. Let's watch this battle here. Let's see if old Ed Morris can run up here, because the top runners are kind of spread out a little bit.
Boy, he ran up on him in a hurry, didn't he?
Yeah,
he's past Mike Franklin.
I don't know nothing about it.
Who?
Help me
There come Michael Franklin back under him.
Help me with a sausage. I'm eating a piece of sausage.
Oh. I wonder who you was talking to.
Talking to you and everybody else.
Not eating sausage, you wasn't.
Now, Mike Franklin makes the pass. Let's see if he can run down Tommy Haynes.
He sure made the pass on Ed Morris.
Well, we're getting down here. 10 laps to go here. Dover Downs here tonight for the Vannoy Construction Extreme Motorsports 99.com Cup Series. Let's see if Mike Franklin here can run down this man Tommy Haynes and see if he can do anything with him up here. There's old Ed Morris right there. Kind of lost the pace on him a little bit.
He come around and Ed Morris pretty easy.
Yeah, no doubt.
Tommy still got a little bit, Joe. You tell by the way they go, he's coming up on him. There he comes.
Well, the thing is, does Michael Mueller have anything? Michael's coming into the pits. Wow.
Are
So
you
with
kidding
9 to
me?
go.
Wow. He'll be on 47 lap tires, Joe.
Here comes Mike Franklin to the inside of Tommy Haynes. He's going to try to take that spot away. I got to fit. We were talking about pit stops. Who's going to be the one out here stretching this thing to the end?
Look like Mike Franklin might go, but he's going to be the one to do it too, I believe.
Well, Mike Franklin right now is probably the one sitting in probably the best position. He's only been out there for 45 laps. Everybody else 48, 50, 47 and 49. So it's going to be close and interesting. I think at this point, Bryce, he's not coming into pits.
8 laps to go. I don't think so.
No. I don't see John T coming in either.
No, John T ain't coming in. If he does, it'll surprise me.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it surprised me Michael Mueller came in. I just don't. Huh.
That might have been in his plan.
Well, yeah, but I mean, there's no benefit right now because if a caution comes out, it's over with. Because we got about 5 to go here. Bryce has just got a huge lead, 4 seconds. So he actually could save fuel if he needed to. He could get out there, man, let out the throttle a little bit, not have to worry about it. He could give up. 1 or 2 seconds and don't have to worry about it,
That's right. I believe they're tired. It's kind of evening out now. We got 5 laps to go, Joe.
Yeah, I think we're just going to get into a thing here, and I think Bryce Senesac sees he's got a lead, and he's just going to coast around here a little bit, save fuel, and go that entire distance. 4 laps to go here. Crosses the line. It'll be 3 to go here at Dover. Bryce, I think all Bryce has to do is just hang on to it.
I don't know, Joe. That's going to be close on the fuel.
Yeah, we really don't know how far they can go. I mean, he could run out on the last lap. He could run out on well, he run out now.
We seen him run out on the last lap.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
17, something wrong with him. He may be just saving fuel.
Tommy Haynes, I believe he is. I believe there's no way. I mean, I think he's just kind of let it. He has slowed down. Mike Franklin has moved around Davey Hendricks. Davey Hendricks is just trying to coast this thing in. As Bryce only has 2 more laps to go here, I think he pretty much has got it in the bag.
I think this one right here is saving fuel to get them 2 laps.
Yep. Right here, final time for the night here at Dover. Bryce Senesac. All he pretty much would have to do at this point is just clutch that thing through 3 and 4. Last time is going to win it here at Dover. Fuel mileage, he held on to it out there. John T. Wimbish is out of fuel on the backstretch. Mike Franklin comes around him. Davey Hendricks comes around him. So John T. ran out of fuel on the backstretch right there. Mike Franklin's going to make it. Ed Morse and Davey Hendricks runs out of fuel on the final lap. You want to talk about some wild finish? Watch this. Watch the replay. John T. Wimbish runs out on the backstretch, loses it all. And Davey Hendricks runs out of fuel in turn 3, and Ed Morse sneaks in and takes over 3rd. Wow, I knew these guys were close.
Wow. Tommy Haynes run out of fuel.
What a wild one.
Tommy Haynes run out of fuel on pit road.
I'll be surprised Bryce Senesac doesn't run out of fuel.
Yeah, Mike Romanger run out of fuel. Oh man, this is awesome.
Oh yeah, everybody. So let's bring up some guys up here and get a word in with them.
Everybody run out of fuel there.
They ran it to the end. They ran this thing all the way to the end. Well, fuel mileage race is what it came down to. Wow.
It's unbelievable, ain't it?
Yes, it is. Awesome.
Man. Oh, I'm running out of fuel on the backstretch.
Well, let's bring up 3rd place man here, Ed Morris, who, well, right place, right time. Let's bring him up. Let's get a word in with him.
Ed Morris.
Hey, what's going on, Tim?
Well, it was luck, wasn't it?
I would say luck. Just some precise fuel saving.
You was
I was a
right.
little short, but it worked.
In the right place at the right time. I tell you what, y'all had a good race tonight, but that fuel mileage right there at the end, it got 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah, it did, and would have been in a better spot if I didn't make that mistake on that last green flag pit stop and slid through the box a little bit. So lost some time there, but was able to make some time back up on the track and save some fuel. I'm happy to come away with 3rd. It's a good finish.
Oh, I'm proud for you, buddy. I'm proud for you, because it didn't look like you were going to do that early on in there, but everybody started running out of fuel.
Yeah, it's tough. It's hard to pass, and you got to pretty much wait for a guy to make a mistake or it come down to fuel mileage like this, and you can play a different game.
That's right. And I'll tell you what, buddy. I know you're going to enjoy that 3rd place, because you're going in the podium again there, and I'm proud of you, and I know Joe is. You got anybody you gonna find?
Yeah, I'd like to thank the whole team, Apocalyptic Motorsports, all the guys. We work hard to do what we do, and I'd like to thank the sponsors, FEG, Jeff Scott over there, Ford Entertainment Group. I'd like to thank you guys for the broadcast and all the hard work the admins do. Everybody here at Extreme, appreciate it and I love being here.
Well, buddy, we appreciate you too, Ed. You have a good one, buddy. Be careful.
You too, buddy.
Yep.
Like you just said, Tim, right place, right time. He saved fuel and was able to bring that thing home there in 3rd. Good run for Ed Morris. Well, let's bring this guy up here, Mike Franklin. Ooh, if he'd have been a little closer, he had enough to go the distance.
User was moved to your channel.
Mike Franklin, it's Tim McBride in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
That fuel mileage saved you tonight, didn't it?
Yes, sir. I was betting on it. I was doing the math, and I knew if I go a few laps after all the guys pitted, I knew for a fact I could make it to the end. I could just run as hard as I could.
Well, I tell you what, Mike, there's 4 or 5 run out of fuel behind you.
Well, there was a
you
couple.
came right around them.
There's a couple of them right in front of me, and yeah, just just it's one way to gain position. That's for sure.
Well, I tell you what, that was an interesting last lap there. I'll tell you that. Things just changed all of a sudden from what it was on the 4th turn there.
Yeah, I was almost betting on it that if I could go those few extra laps beyond what they did, that I knew I could go the rest of the way, and I knew hopefully good things would happen for me.
I want to ask you something. How did that new car set up? How did it run tonight?
It's actually pretty easy to drive. Once you get a line and you don't tear up that right front, it's actually a pretty fun car to drive.
Yeah, but don't it, when about 25 laps on the tire, don't it kind of fade you back a little bit?
It does a little bit, but I was watching the track and I was waiting. When I saw that track get dark, I definitely tried to take advantage of that the track cooling off versus when it was a little hotter. So I think that helped out a lot too.
Well, that's a good deal, Mike. Congratulations on your 2nd place there, my friend. You got anybody you don't think?
I want to thank you guys up there in the booth for all you guys do and making us look good. And thank my teammates and everyone for watching. And hope this really was a good race for everyone to watch.
Oh, man, it was a great race there, Mike. I guarantee you, buddy. We had a ball up here in the booth watching you, and at last lap, buddy, everybody was moving. I thought, oh, boy, what a finish. We'll catch you next week, maybe, buddy.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a good one.
You too, bub.
Mike Franklin coming up in the 2nd place spot right there, hanging on to it, doing a good job there. But I'll tell you what, with this guy, Bryce Sensack, I know he's going to be relieved. He held on and won. Bryce Sensack, Joe White in the booth, got a copy?
Yep.
Well, I'm going to change that 9 to a 1 because you put the 09 and the 09 designs in the 01 spot here tonight in Victory Lane here, the Vannoy Construction Cup Series here at Dover. Man, how was your race?
Man, that was something else out there. I don't think I would ever have a race where I dominated so much. It was just, and the best way to really describe this race and really the whole package around here is comparing it to the old package is on the knife edge, but you're on the other side of the blade. Pretty much, it was just pushing it as hard as you can, and it took quite something out of me and I think a few of these other guys. Man, it was so fun to haul the mail around there. It was just awesome.
Yeah, well, I was telling people that you kind of got a little head start earlier in the week and felt how this package works in a pack of cars. Maybe that kind of helped you out a little bit. Obviously, Dover's a lot different style track here. It looks like many times maybe the cars were tight. Obviously, the biggest thing we've heard is people say you could flat foot it, this and that. But how was the tires after about 20, 30 laps?
I mean, you could definitely feel it get tighter. You're just having to make a small adjustment to the line you're taking. You're going to just do the whole thing, lap after lap. You have to just move around just a little bit. I think you saw some guys move around a whole lot, going diamond pretty big, go almost up to the wall and do something out there. But I mean, it wasn't too bad compared to the old package, but that last stand wasn't too much to worry about, because it was just all about making sure I could make it on field, because I knew Mueller and pitted a lap or two sooner, so I was just hoping I didn't let him get too close to me and I could still pull this thing off.
Well, I mean, I know he's down there because it looked like John ran out, Davey ran out, a couple other ones ran out there on the last lap. Was you worried maybe he was going to run out?
Well, when we got that one caution, I was worried because I thought the guy was going to come up the track, and because that was right in front of me, but thankfully he kept it down the best he could. And then so I knew from that time we got the caution, I was like, okay, I gotta make it this far. And I managed to just about. I was kind of wanting to go one more lap just to be safe. And then when we got down to those final laps, I saw Mueller. He was catching me from like 2.5 seconds back. It was down to 1 second. It's like I need to try and step it up. Like, throughout that whole run, I was about a lap and a half to the good. Then when we got to 15 to go, I was half a lap to the good. And I saw he pitted like 6.5 to go, and I could just breathe and got it around there. And things sputtered as soon as I got off at 4, and it's like I couldn't have timed that more perfect. So.
Oh, no doubt about it. I mean, definitely. Hey, either way, putting it in victory lane tonight here at Dover. Anybody want to thank?
First off, everyone at Performance did a bit of a difficult result whole team-wise. Sucks for Nick. He qualified too late, but he had a good thing with the first pit stop. I guess he got speeding when he went into pit, but I think he still got a solid result somewhat. And Mike, my teammate, still got second, and John still pulled up the top 5. So overall, not a bad night. Thank you guys for putting this broadcast on. Rick, for all he does to put this whole thing together. Want to thank Vannoy Construction. Due to this update, we can't have those on the banner quite yet. We'd have to use our custom numbers, and that's a lot to kind of get all together until the season ends. So,
oh yeah,
if they stick around, we'll hopefully get that sorted out. But just thank them for sponsoring the series.
Hey, no doubt about it. We'll tell you what, man. There again, winner tonight here again. Congratulations, Bryce.
Thank you.
All right, I tell you what, right there you go, Tim. That man right there puts in the victory lane. Let's get the unofficial results orders. Bryce Senesac puts in the victory lane tonight. Mike Franklin comes up in second. The wild one right there, and Ed Morris. Boy, right place, right time. You said it. Bit of luck, hey. Sometimes better be lucky than good and be in the right place at the right time. But he comes out in third with a good run tonight. Davey Hendricks in fourth. John T. Wimbish, he was able to power it up to fifth. Tommy Haynes the sixth. Richie Evans the seventh. Michael Mueller the eighth. Mike Romanger up to ninth. And old Nick Hunt the 10th. We looked at the rest of this one. Ooh, well, hey, typical Dover, man. It was a wild one there at the end.
It was, Joe, and them guys running out of fuel on that last lap was awesome, wasn't it? And these guys was at the right place at the right time.
And like I say, sometimes, man, it's better to be that way than anything. Well, hope you enjoyed it, folks. As always, we're going to leave here tonight. Myself, Joe, and Tim up here. Everyone, have a good night.
Good night from my way, everybody. Have a good one.